Well. We're here, right? Finally, the first real cool night of the year. This is peak smoking weather. Maybe for the next like 2 months, September, October, it's perfect. And then we freeze our balls off. But can't have everything, right? Take the good with the bad, right? That's not always true. That's not always true. You can't tell the judge that, well, I was bad that day, but I was good the next day. Sir, you killed 3 people. But I was really good on that Tuesday, though. Really good. I left a 22% tip at IHOP. I gave 2 pennies. I didn't take a penny. And the judge is like, you're right. Son of a bitch. Well, you take the good with the bad, right? That's not the case. That's not the case. Water. Strawberries. Nice, right? You like to smell glass? Here's what it is. We're smoking the Partagas. First time smoking it because it's the first time smoking it in this size. And a wise man once said, the size is the blend. This is Robusto. Looks like a 5x50. Maybe 48, but probably 50. Feels small. I like it. Partagas. Valle, Verde. Great band. Great texture. Great quality. Nice looking cap. Nice shoulder on that. Got some nice character to that foot. Cinnamon, nice. I like the way that smells. Wood, that's nice. So I'm hoping that this is even better than the larger version. And generally speaking, the skinnier gauge, smaller versions are generally more potent. But we're gonna see if that's the case. I'm gonna try to cut the cap off here without cutting off too much. I've had this drying out for about 2 days. Just leave it on top of my humidor because Colorado, the humidity is like 28%. It's low. So it's definitely, the state of Colorado is a dry box. The state of Colorado is a dry box. Okay. Now, that was a bad match. Something wrong with that match. I don't know. Soft, gentle heat, I can't stress enough. Just take your time, unwind. That's the best part of the day right there, right? Soft, gentle heat, rotate it, rotisserie style that guy. Take your time, take your time. Take your time, take your time, take your time. Yeah. Yeah, there's no rush. What are we rushing for? No rush. No rush at all. Mexican San Andreas wrapper. Cameroon aged binder, it says from 2015. And then Mexican and I thought Nicaraguan filler? I could be wrong on that part. It said it was rolled in the Honduran factory, which a lot of the stuff under Ford cigars is. Interesting. I really like the way this is smelling. That smells nice. There we go, soft, gentle heat. No rush, no stress. Only quality tobacco. Well, here's what it is. I paid about $10 for this. Online, you can get it even a little cheaper. I was gonna puff on that, but the match went out. Okay. The aromatics on this is very nice. Sweet and nutty smelling. All right, here we go. Soft, gentle heat, man. We are not in a rush. We are not in a rush, baby. Nice. Already it's better than the bigger size. Wowza. Anthony P, we had the larger torpedoes, which looked phenomenal, and they were great. But they were more mild than the Robusto. Robusto does not look as impressive as those bigger box press ones. Those are beautiful. But that larger size spreads the intensity, my friend. You need to now buy these. The intensity on this Robusto is much more, and much more heavier finish, much more stronger smelling. Wow. You know, when you have a cigar multiple sizes, you got to say, what is the original intent, or in this case, what's the best version, or, you know, for the cigar. And I'm telling you right now, bro, this in Robusto, if you liked it in the Fat Toro torpedo, this Robusto is lights out, dude. This is box worthy right here. Richie can't lie, like, cause like when it's bad, you're gonna know. When it's bad, like, you're gonna know. That finish is so long and so delicious. Medium strength finish, but a super long finish. Here we go again. My God. You gotta be shitting me. You know, when you change the size on a cigar, sometimes it makes it better. Most of the time, if it does make it better, it makes it a little better. You know? This in Robusto, buy a box of this in Robusto, check around, try to get a better price. This is a godlike cigar. I don't give that out lightly. In Robusto, this is better than the Legend. In this size, this is better than the Ducatas. I am having that good. I did not think it would be that much better. I thought it would be the same, maybe a little better. This size, in this blend, in this size, I didn't think I was going to have that great of a night tonight. I thought it was going to be just a good Partagas and maybe a 4.3, you know, 4.2. You know, solid cigar. The finish is so creamy and buttery and nutty, but semi-bold. It's a complicated, gentle medium to full. So much character. It's just bold enough, like a PG-13 movie. They get to say fuck once. So creamy, so nutty, very beautiful buttery black pepper spice. Tons of cinnamon, really nice cinnamon spice. Very oily, pungently. It's like I'm chewing marshmallows, that kind of texture. Wow. This cigar is not going to dry out the palate. Rich cedar, a little bit of red pepper. Oh, that's so good. All that shit combined? Bro, just changing the size on this blend, this thing is hitting peak performance. And this profile, changing the size, feels like no other cigar I've ever had before. And that's impressive. So many times when you have cigars, they feel the same. All the Maduros, the Shade, the Corolla, Connecticut's, you know, the broadleafs, the Mexican San Andreas, whatever it is, it's going to feel like someone else's most of the time. Then you get times where it's like, nah, you know, it doesn't. It feels original. Yeah, but sometimes it's original and it feels too exotic. But it's like, yeah, but it's not. It's original, but the kid can't dance. It's not working out. You know, it's original moves, but you know, you get what I'm trying to say. This is a magical cigar. Easily a 4.75 right off the bat. Buy this cigar, buy a box. If it's going this route, it's going to end up at a 4.8 if it stays the same or gets better. If it goes down, I can't believe how good this cigar is off the bat. Absolute dream. I really liked it in that box press torpedo, but in this, jumping the size down and giving that more intensity to what it has. And this wrapper on the Robusto is definitely more toothy than it was on the larger box press. And for people that complain, Richie, how come you change the colors on your episodes on the reviews? Because I can, because it's fun. I like the way the lighting looks. I like the way the smoke shows up in the black and white. And if you don't like it, get your phone, get a stand, make your own fucking channel, and I'll subscribe to it. And I won't complain, because I'm not a piece of shit. Well, thank you, God, for this beautiful strawberry. Thank you, God. Wow. That's delicious. Wow. Darkness is 65%. That's I mean, my angle's off here. It's like it's there, but it's had to come closer. It's just 65%, but I gotta bring it closer. 70, 75. So, heavy medium plus or a light medium full. The cigar has enough strength, but it's comfortable. It's a relaxing cigar it's either relaxing cigar with balls, or it's a gentle medium full. However you want to describe it. It's so full flavored. It's coating my tongue with so much flavor. And the flavor palette is so complex, so rich. It does not feel like a $10 cigar. This cigar is a gift in this size. That makes this cigar a godlike cigar. I want to smoke this cigar over and over again in Robusto. I'm going to go buy some more for my guy, but then I'll get some cheaper on the internet. This is a magical cigar. And this, see, I'm telling you, you got to change this. If you could get a cigar in different sizes, try it in different sizes. It might be a little bit of difference. Generally, never going to say no difference, maybe a little difference. Plus or minus, better or worse, stronger or weaker, darker or lighter, different finish. You can change up a little bit with changing the size. But sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes changing the size makes it into a masterpiece. And this is. And I'm wearing a green shirt. That's a green band. Okay, we're back. I'm not gonna lie to you. I still can't believe I'm smoking this cigar. Meaning, like, not that I know I'm smoking this cigar. I see it's a physical thing in this world here. Meaning, I can't believe the cigar I'm smoking is this good. That's what I'm trying to say. I knew it was gonna be good. It's a Partagas, and I enjoy General cigars. I'm not a fanboy, like, I'm just going to say it's good before I try it out. Like, you know, I hope it's good. I'm not a blind lover of any cigar. It has to speak for itself. And I do enjoy that all their cigars have good flavor and generally good construction, and, you know, and generally a reasonable price. But this is so much better than the price point that it deserves major respect. This cigar Robusto, I've been doing this for a long time. I don't bullshit. I don't exaggerate. If I say something that's good, It is that good. My palate, I've had too many cigars, too many different brands, different sizes of the same cigar over the years. I could tell bullshit a mile away. I could tell mediocrity 2 miles away. This is a superior cigar. I feel like I'm having roasted marshmallows covered in rock salt and fresh black pepper, a little bit of red pepper. And I'm surrounded by rich cedar. It is so delicious. That is so delicious. And then sprinkle a little cinnamon on top. I can't stress it enough. That is a very nice cigar. That is a very nice cigar. Strength is medium to full. Finish is medium in strength, but it's a long finish. The flavor sticks around, but it's not an overpowering finish. How do you know the difference between a medium and a heavy finish? Well, here's the difference. If it's a heavy finish, after the puff, it's like you're still puffing it on your tongue, like it's still there. And when you re-puff it, it is no difference, like you're just getting more of it. Whereas a medium finish, after you puff it, the flavor's there, but it's diminished from when you are puffing. A heavy finish in between puffs, it's like you're puffing the whole time. Does that make any sense? Meaning it's such a strong finish. All the flavor you're getting when you're puffing and holding the smoke after you release it is still there at the same level. That's a heavy finish. You know, I think there's pros and cons to everything. A super heavy finish, it doesn't give you any space in between puffing to get excited about the next puff. A medium finish, it hangs around, but then when you come back to the puff, like, oh yeah, and then it just start to fizzle out. So what's best, what's worse? I mean, you know, it is what it is. It's so, my tongue tastes delicious right now, and that's kind of a sleazy thing to say. But anyways, that's enough of that. It's not getting to be too vulgar. But no, really, the flavor is so magical. And the aromatics of this is fantastic. That is a godlike cigar. That's why you smoke cigars, man. Have a moment like this. The smaller gauge, if you guys don't know about cigars and science, the bigger the gauge, yeah, you get more of the filler, but what it's really about is the bigger the gauge, yeah, it does change the blend, but the experience, when smoke has less room, smoke is more concentrated. Right? Campfire outside is nice. A campfire in your living room, you gotta call the fire department. So, smoke and fire, when it has more room, it's less dangerous, less potent. And you're not tasting tobacco. You never taste the tobacco. You taste the death of the tobacco. You taste the smoke, the vapor, the transfer from the physical into the spiritual. When you light the cigar on fire, you are tasting the spirit, the soul of the leaf, the soul of the tobacco. You've never tasted tobacco. You've tasted after you've destroyed it, after you've sacrificed it. And it was delivered by the other tobacco that hasn't been destroyed yet, which is hysterical. The only way to get the smoke from here, where the cherry is, to you, is by literally the rest of the tobacco that's not on fire is delivering the smoke to you and encasing the cherry, and therefore the tobacco that is there, that's not destroyed yet, enables the cherry to be traveled down, being pulled by you, being contained by the cigar, by the non-burnt tobacco. And so it literally destroys itself. It's kind of like us in time. The moment we're born, the cherry is lit. And some people puff a little faster than others, and they have less time. Or maybe it's a little more exciting. Maybe it's a harsher life. I don't know. Don't do drugs. But somewhere you have some balance of the right amount of time. Maybe you're in the, well, if you're here, you have to be at least in the second third of your life. You can't be in your first third. If you're here and you're like 12 years old, well, God bless. I mean, you got expensive taste, but I mean, I don't know how you're smoking cigars at 12 years old. But, so if you're here, you're in your second or your last third of your life. I am in my second third of my life. If we look at life 60 to 80 years, let's just say 25, then 50, then 75. Average, let's say average life is 75. That'll be a good life. Well, I'm going to be 40. So I'm like in the middle, pushing past the middle of my second third. I have time. I don't have a lot of time, but I've had some good time. Ask your mother. That was a joke, all right? Come on. That's how many bad things I have to say about the cigar. A zero. Phenomenal. Ridiculous. Super delicious. This cigar in this size, I thought this was going to be just a good cigar tonight. Have a good time. I did not know I was going to have a godlike experience. That's a 4.8. See, the price of the cigar doesn't decide the review. The price of the cigar decides how much it's going to hurt my wallet, and also the more you cost, the harder I zoom in, because you better have a reason why it costs more. I'm not against cigars that are $15, $20, $25, $30, okay? But the more you cost, the more I'm gonna inspect. And the more, and not just reviewing the flavor, but justifying in my mind, but why? As they say in court, a reasonable person. Well, as a reasonable person, why, let's say if a cigar costs $20, why is this cost 20 and not 15 or 10? Why are you doing this to me? Is it worth it? And that's the thing. It's interesting though, because we're not talking about gold or silver, which has a set price, a market price. Tobacco doesn't have a market price, because you have different brands, and within the brands you have different levels of the brand. So you can't say like Fuente has a price. No, I mean, curly heads or opens. So there's a range. And is it worth it? I mean, and also, what's the price? MSRP? Below MSRP? On sale? Discount? Blown away on CBIT or Cigar Page? Great. Gouge? Ooh. Your tongue doesn't know if a cigar was gouged, or you got to have blown out prices on Cigar Page, but your wallet does. So 4.8 Richie certified godlike cigar. Buy a box. Magical. I can't believe how good this cigar is. I'm still gonna keep saying I'm blown away. In this size, that you're not gonna beat that one. The Robusto in this size, it's in full swing. Full swing. The larger one was great. It was delicious, but it was very gentle. This size, this is where that profile needs to be. But it's hard to keep a profile. But make it longer, but make it bigger, make it different. You know, of course, 4 or 5 different sizes. It's really impossible. So, buy this. If you trust Richie, any of my recommendations, let's do an ash test, and then I'm gonna relax. I'm gonna relax with the cigar. Let's see here. One more puff. On a side note, remember, I did leave this out for about 2 days. You want to, you buy a cigar at a lounge, bring it home, but before you smoke it, at least leave it a day. The ban did slide. Leave it out for a day in your dry box, just on top of your humidor. Give it a day if you could. 2 days even better. I'm telling you, most cigars at a lounge, they're too moist. And even out of your humidor, give it a day. Take it out of the cellophane and let it just breathe. And you're gonna get better smoke production, which is more flavor. Because just trying it out a little bit, it's gonna combust better and a better flavor. Here we go. Great construction. Reconstruction. Didn't even want to go all the way. General, with their forged company under General. Partagas separated from General, now it's forged. They said they separated, like I said, for logistics. The forged, you have many brands. I think there's like maybe up to 10 brands, maybe more. You have Bolivar, you have Sancho Panza, Partagas, the A.J. Fernandez diesels, Gloria Cubana. There's some other, I mean, some large brands. It makes sense so they could have reps just represent, you know, some of the brands, because they have one rep go to a cigar lounge and rep all of General cigars. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. So anyways, this is a delicious cigar. Magical. I don't give out Godlike a lot. And when you see the flavor and everything, that's all great. But then you got to look at the reality. How much is this costing me? So for this to cost only $10 in a lounge and or cheaper online, you got to be kidding me. You know, it begs the question. I've had $20 cigars that are not as good as this. So I've had 12, 15, $30 cigars not as good as this. So if a cigar is going to be amazing or godlike, the price is irrelevant. I mean, all $20 cigars should be godlike, but it's not the way it always works out, is it? So here's what it is. I'm glad I got dressed up. I put on a nice shirt, you know, saying it's hot here normally, so it's in a t-shirt, but now cooler weather is here. You can add this to the list. Buy yourself a box of Robusto. Make sure they're not too wet when you smoke it. Soft, gentle. Wow, that is such a long finish. That finish was so long, and the black pepper spice was going to my nose. So much so it made me sneeze. It tickled my nose. Ooh. Touched me just right, like the very first time. So if you love rich, creamy, nutty cigars, oily, buttery, salty, black pepper, little red pepper, cinnamon, cedar. Like I said, it felt like a toast. I already said it, but it feels like a toasted marshmallow, how creamy this thing is, with salt, pepper, and a little black pepper, in a cedar room, sprinkled with cinnamon. I can't say nothing bad about that. That is a magical blend. And the tongue doesn't lie. Well, my tongue doesn't lie. I won't bear false witness. So I'm here to tell you the truth. I won't lie to you. I paid for the cigar myself. That's the truth. I would tell you if a cigar sucks. And this one doesn't suck. That's a magical cigar. Wow, we're gonna go. I wish you well. You stay fresh. I wish I would have bought a couple more of these. 4.8.